Hi and welcome back. I'm here today again with my dear friend and colleague Gary Calderon. Wonderful to have you here, Gary. He's from Fort Collins, Colorado, and Gary and I were just doing a swan exploration, and this is particularly potent because Gary's, you were sharing that you're working on, getting back some mobility in your shoulders.
Yeah. I've really been wanting to get more open, in my shoulders, as Wendy says, in my upper back, and get a little more lift without the push to get lift, but rather to get down, rather to get grounded.
Yes.
And I just love how she works this notion so beautifully, I might add. And it feels really good in my body, and I would love to do some swan with Wendy.
Beautiful. And we're all going to do it together.
Yes.
So with the concept, with the idea of how are we taking the beauty of the Pilates, the classical Pilates that we've learned, and how are we evolving it with a deeper understanding of how the body connects on a deeper level and how we can take some of the effort out of overstabilizing, not drawing too much in the belly, not overstabilizing the shoulders as we go into the swan. So I'm going to, Gary and I are going to explore that together. And once again, we're thinking of how are we connected, tensegrity connected from head to foot, from hand to foot. So first we're going to show the swan, the Mat Swan, and show you some distinctions that we're working with, and then we'll take that into swan with the push through. So Gary, just go ahead and lie down. And assuming the first thing you want to do is you want to notice, as Gary and I were noticing earlier, the first swan that he did was more of a stabilizing swan. Why don't you show that one, Gary, where you're working more from stabilizing through the shoulder girdle. And as you come up, the lift is happening from the hands, right? And, does that feel all right in your back?
Yeah, I was on purpose, really
feeling some things.
Yeah, really kind of stabilizing.
Coming from that feeling of stabilizing here. And what I've been exploring for years is what is a more natural version of movement? What is the swan? Which is very different than how to do the swan from some particular point of view. What is the swan? And what did Ida Rolf mean when she said, how do we move the arm through the girdles to the spine? How does the leg move through the girdle to the spine? So how do we move from center to periphery and periphery to center? So this is a way that children move, and which is more natural. So what we're going to do now is, first of all, I had Gary look, let's think upper core, suspension and lift of the upper body. Central core is our three core connections perspective. Central core is breath supporting the movement, and lower core is grounding. So this is how we're going to be focusing. So Gary, as you look forward, eyes lead the spine. He's looking along the floor, along the wall. That begins to talk to the stability of the shoulder girdle. That puts him in touch with his hands. That gives him more of a feeling of waterfall down. That creates lift. And I'm going to put my hand on his belly suspenders right here, up the front, the lift to the inner ear. Inhale. Exhale, let your shoulder blades release. Feel the exhale and see how that opens up your hips. Opens up your back, and then slowly release, release, release. That looked more released. How'd that feel?
Yeah.
Still, your body knows where to stabilize. You don't have to stabilize. Your body knows, but what you do need to do is the setup of what is supporting you. Is when gravity's supporting, so the yield into gravity, which is his hands, the lengthening through the legs, that's the support. There's the release down to create lift. Right. Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now let's take the bar forward. Go ahead and reach your arms. So now we begin with the small swan. And this is challenging for most people because it gets really tight in the shoulder. So how to have the release of the humeral head in the acromion. Feel how the glenoid fossa can support the release of the top of the humeral head in that top of the scapula. As you feel the water fall down, lift your head, and your head follows the bar. Right. Now, pause right there, Gary. Feel the widening of the clavicles. The widening of the clavicles, the soft eyes, is coming from the widening of your elbows. Out. Turn your head. Inhale. Exhale. Soften the front of your ribs and release, release, release. As you release down, feel how your arm gets more breath connected to your spine. And Suni Ullman, you may remember this one. We did this at PMA last year. So, as you drop, feel the water fall down, how that lifts your head. As you're softening and widening, your head lifts, 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 lifts to feel, feel how the waterfall lifts your head. Turn the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Soften, soften, soften. Yes, it's the softening of the diaphragm, the release, which creates length and allows your arm to get more and more and more connected fascially, so more of your shoulder can let go. Good. Now let's take that to big swan. And drawing the bar back, wide shoulders. So it's not the elbow pulling, it's the widening. It's the widening that opens the elbow, that opens the shoulder, that sends the hands up as you reach. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, stay up, and shoulder blade to deep belly. Inhale there. Exhale and release, release, release. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. All the way down. Good. Hold the bar. Don't let go. Turn your head one way. Inhale. Exhale and just feel that opposition of your arms releasing in one direction, the ribs going, and your tail releasing in the other direction. Yeah. Other side. Turn your head the other way. Two directions of the spine. Inhale. Exhale, release. Yes. Feel that. Beautiful. Go to big swan again. Draw it back. Find the waterfall. Widening. You should bring it back. Wide chest. Releases. Yeah, feel the waterfall down. Straighten your arms. Yes. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, feel the down the back, up the front. Yes. Inhale there. And release, release, release. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Good. And sit back towards your heels.
Well, that was fluid and
Now something else I thought that one thing we could have done is I could have gone back and put my hands at your feet. So that's another thing that would have helped Gary to get a deeper grounding with lift.
And it's the contact points, the yielding, I mean, that's a word, that work in comprehension of it. I just want to clearly let you know, it is the contact points of hand, feet, hips. It's the sensing of that and how they work harmoniously to get the spine to free, to get the lift. So that's it. It's the that grounding of how does weight shift happen in your body. Right.
How does that exploration of shifting weight through your body, and what is grounding?
Yeah.
What is yielding to gravity that allows lift to happen?
Yeah.
And then how does the weight shift that actually takes you into a deeper understanding and ability to support with less effort?
Yeah, and that's the lightness that I get, the feeling of lightness. Like I feel so much more mobile in my upper, and not that I'm done with it and I really contracted hard to get that, and then I finish and I don't feel like this, I feel like this, I feel like I could just pick myself up from the contact, and that gives me the lift. So that felt very good.
Beautiful.
I feel this.
Yeah, open.
Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
See you soon.
Bye.